Hey, what's up? This is Scott with Level Up Tuts, and today we're going to create taxonomy for our site, and it's going to be an entirely new taxonomy, and we're going to then add it to our pages content type, and I'll show you how to do all that just now. So we're going to go to Sublime Text 2. We have our whole Bolt site loaded up here, and before I showed you this inside of the apps and then app and then config folders, we have where we had our menu.yaml file. We also have content types, taxonomy, and our config file. So let's check out our taxonomy file. So inside of our taxonomy file, you'll see the created taxonomy, and you'll notice that there's some options already in here for us. And that's really cool because it gives us an idea about what we can do. So you see these behaves like, so behaves like tags, behaves like grouping, and then we have behaves like category. So let's talk about these three different types. Tags are, according to their documentation, sort of a free-form labeling. So every time you type one in, it gets added to the list of taxonomy that will autocomplete when you type it in. It's what you'd expect when you're using a tag for a blog post or something like that. There's also categories, which its name is pretty good representation of what it is. Categories are predefined categorizations of your content. So we have categories which could be considered like if we were making a site for our tutorials, the categories could be video tutorials, or it could be web tutorials, or Android, like mobile device tutorials. It's a little bit looser than something like grouping, which is the other type. So a grouping is more strict, and it really keeps your records apart from one another. If you remember in the back end here on our pages, we had main, meta, and other. If you see that in our taxonomy, those are our groupings. So we want to have a new type of taxonomy, and we're just going to call this series. And we're going to have a series. I'm going to have a colon here, and it's going to be name, and then where this is going to be capitalized. So this is just the way you do. Wow, that wanted to autocomplete that. This is just the way you want it to show up on your site. And slug would be its URL friendly sort of name. So lowercase letters, underscores, that kind of thing, or hyphens. So, and we don't have to give this a singular name or a singular slug because it's just a series. And we're going to say it behaves like, and we want this to behave like grouping, because in the back end, when I have a new Drupal tutorial or whatever, I want to keep it away from all the other ones. So we're going to say it doesn't allow multiples, but we're going to say options, and then inside of an array here, we're going to say Drupal, we're going to say Bolt, and let's also have Magento. Okay, so those are the series that I'm working on currently. Might as well plug them right here. So we've saved that, and now we just need to add it to our content type. So we're going to click content types, and we wanted to add this to our pages. So we'll just scroll down here until we see pages, and we're just going to copy this taxonomy right here because we want this to be the exact same thing, and we want this to say series. So now this is going to have the taxonomy chapters as well as series, and we're going to keep it like this. We'll go over how you create content types and how you edit them more in other tutorials. But for now, let's just refresh this page and let's check out our first real page. We're going to edit it. Scroll down here, and I want, you can see that now under taxonomy we have this series. So let's say this is going to be a Bolt type video. So you maybe notice that we don't have our chapters taxonomy, we only have the series. Well, what gives? We were in our content type, and you see that chapters is here. Why isn't it showing up? Well, the thing is that a content type can only have one taxonomy with the type of grouping. And this is because you can't group by multiple different types of taxonomy, so maybe you should consider using a different one like category or tag based on what your needs are. But for us, it makes more sense to group these pages by the series than it does by the chapters. So I'm going to go ahead and delete the chapters because it's not showing up anyways. Refresh the page here. We're going to add this to Drupal videos and we're going to save the page. And you can now see that the overview here shows that we have a group of Drupal, and these ones are all confused because they already had another type of content. So this is why you're going to not want to do this changing that around after you have your content type. But since this is all dummy content anyways, it doesn't matter for us right now. But just a heads up when you're creating your taxonomy. So this is how you create a taxonomy in Bolt and add it to our page. In future tutorials, we might go over a little bit more advanced use of taxonomy, and once we get into templates, we're going to put those taxonomy to work. So as always, this is Scott with Level Up Tuts. If you have any questions, please leave a comment in the video or hit us up at Twitter, and thanks for watching.